I'm gonna just talk in this weird angle because of how my phone is placed, but whatever. So I'm gonna give you the reason why I decided to quit dental assisting school. And let me tell you something. If you can't handle working in the health field, don't do it. Okay? Because while working, so I was a student for about 6 months until they sent me out into the working field, and it's an externship. And while I'm there, I need a certain amount of hours. I need to complete a certain amount of procedures and whatnot every semester until I graduate. And that was the plan, but it didn't happen. I don't know how to deal with stress. I never really had stress to begin with. I wouldn't consider myself as to be a stressful person. But in this program, it didn't make me, not the program, but working, it didn't make me stressful. Last week, I felt a bit overwhelmed to the point where I had a breakdown and I cried in my car. But other than that, I was like, hey, I got this. I can do this. I was like motivating myself. The assistant there, the doctor there was saying that, oh, you're doing good and all that. And like, I believe them, like when I was in school, everybody was looking up to me simply because I pretty much knew what to do, But in a way, I feel that I was trying to make my family proud because I'm a first generation high school graduate and college student. So I was just trying to make my family proud, but in reality, I wasn't making myself proud. Being chair side by the doctor in a real clinic, it wasn't for me. Like, honestly, like I prefer to talk to patients, I like talking to them. Like, I made connections with some of them while I was there. It just didn't work out. I just didn't like doing the procedures. I knew what to do while we was doing the procedures, but think about it. During the procedure, you're looking at x-rays, you're asking patients questions, then you have to report it to the doctor, and you have to come back. And then if you need to translate, you have to translate treatment, post-op instructions. You have to remember everything. How you have to remember where everything is, whether or not if you can touch it with gloves or with no gloves. And I worked in a public dental clinic, so we took extra precautions into making sure that we don't disrupt infection control. And when it comes to my friends, they're working at private offices, and I did look at that as a disadvantage because I wanted to work at a private office, but I didn't. And so the thing is I liked everyone in that clinic. It's just I just didn't like working there. I'm not sure if it's just the office by itself, but it was making me feel overwhelmed. I would come back home, study procedures, make procedure steps to help me with procedures I had to know, learn instruments. I mean, I knew the basics. Don't get me wrong. The school was amazing. They taught me basics and all that, but like it's like a whole different world out there. And I was getting used to it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I just couldn't do it anymore. The assistant, she told me, and she was like, hey, and I was like, don't feel overwhelmed. And she was just like, she was the one telling me to take deep breaths, go walk outside, and because she knew, she knew, and I'm very grateful for her. She's chill, she's Dominican, so I liked her. Yeah, so she was telling me, she was like, you're young. She was like, if you want to go do something that you're happy about, she was like, go do it. And that was when I felt that I need to do what I want to do. I didn't feel happy. Like in the clinic, I didn't feel happy at all. I was there to learn, but in all reality, I just wasn't feeling it the same way I was feeling it in school. And then yesterday, when I was working, I felt nauseous to the point where I had to be sent home. I took that time to rest, gather myself, and I have ways to deal with stress, like taking baths, or just giving myself some time to rest and think about everything, but it's not working. And so I went to the clinic today to see what was going on. My blood pressure was 166/72. I've never had high blood pressure before. Growing up, I was always considered overweight, but my weight really isn't an issue with my blood pressure, because last time I checked, I had normal blood pressure. But for some reason, it was very high today. And I just feel that everything is like becoming overwhelming, and it's coming back to me, and it's just becoming very frustrating at this point. I spoke with my teacher. You know, they were looking at it from a mom perspective, and then they was like, hey, they were like, you need to do what's best for you. They were like, if you don't feel that dentistry is right for you, she was just like, go and pursue what you want to do. She was like, make yourself happy. And I just felt bad. I was tearing up, and I found it cute because, you know, my teacher was crying at some points. I didn't mean to make her cry, but she did cry. She was like, we're gonna miss you. And she was just like, all that. Because she said that I left an impact while I was in school. She was just like that I was always so positive. And she was like, since day one, the first name that would come out her mouth was my name personally. So I found that cute. And, you know, I am very grateful for them because they taught me so much. And then if I ever do want to come back to dental assisting, because since I passed all my classes, I don't have to take the classes again. I just have to go back into like the externship, and like, you know, that's all I need. I am grateful for everything that they've done for me. It was a rough journey. Dentistry is not for the faint of heart. I've noticed that I'm too sensitive. I think with my heart instead of my mind. And from this point forward, I'm going to find something that I'm actually passionate about. So, thank you.